Hey folks, this is BestInSlot. Welcome back to Mods of the Week for Jurassic World Evolution 2. A little bit delayed. You can blame Jurassic World Dominion for that, but we're back with some very cool stuff to showcase. I'm really excited about one of these in particular. We'll see that in a little bit. First things first, of course, disclaimer. There is a chance that mods can and will break your game, especially when the game updates, which we're expecting to happen, I would say, moderately soon. It's been a little while now since the last DLC, so hopefully something is on the way. Either way, they can break your game in that situation. If they do so break your game, it is definitely not Frontier's fault, it's not my fault, and it's not the fault of the mod makers. You take the entire risk, and when Asmodeus, hello, shows up at your front door with a pint of bitters and a cake shaped like a horse, don't know where I'm going with this one, it's all on you. So, let's get started with our first mod of the day. Okay, I haven't actually seen this one, and I didn't necessarily expect a lot, but she is a beauty. So, this is Mayo, and Maya's Theropod Remodel Pack. And I'm going to show you today the Acrocanthosaurus, the Baryonyx, and the Carcharodontosaurus. And basically, they've been remodeled a little bit to look more like A, real animals, and B, more like they fit within Jurassic Park as an overall franchise. The Acro does look more like an actual Acrocanthosaurus. It's had that Tyrannosaurid DNA seeped out of it just a little bit. Oh, this is by a user called Mayonnaise Eater, which I thought we had to say out loud at least once. But I've got to say, that is a pretty beautiful looking Acro right there. I'm actually kind of impressed. Okay, so let's check out the others in the pack. It's worth noting there is also a Carnotaurus in the pack and a Suchomimus, but I already love those and they needed less work. These are the three that I thought maybe needed a little bit of love, you know? So Baryonyx is next up. Let's grab this one next. The skin looks cool beans. And you can see, I think the main change obviously is around here at the head, and it's got itself a big old gullet, skin flap, throaty kind of thing. It reminds me of, for those of you who watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine, when Peralta and Holt get the mumps. It looks like it's got the mumps. But it's very possible that Baryonyx had something like this. This is something a lot of dinosaurs may well have had. And it makes Baryonyx a little bit more interesting. I don't know if I've noticed that Carcharodontosaurus has an awesome roar, by the way. It's really good. I think we've talked about that before. So yeah, the spikes have obviously been massively dulled down. We've still got a little bit of that effect here on the head, which is okay. The neck, obviously, we have got a little waddle kind of thing going on. And overall, I'd say it works really well. It brings it a little bit closer to realism, tones down some of the more overt Jurassic World-esque features, and makes it a pretty cool little dinosaur. Well, pretty cool big dinosaur, especially in that skin. That's very cool. Yeah, I think this is a really cool little pack. If you wanted your dinosaurs to look just a little bit more akin to the real thing without necessarily sacrificing their Jurassic World evolutionness in terms of their design, it seems like a really good mod for you. Right, next mod we're going to check out is a Min-Me replacement, because of course it bloody is. Every mod is a Min-Me replacement. Okay, that's a little adorable. I mean, the Min-Me itself is always adorable, so of course its replacements are always adorable. Let's pick a cool one. Yeah, you're cool with that blue pattern on the back. So, this is Simosuchus, which I feel like we had a mod for in Jurassic World Evolution as well, made by Jabiro. And Simosuchus is a late Cretaceous crocodilomorph. And that's basically a group that comprises crocodilians and all their ancestors. And back in the days of yore, as they say, crocodilomorphs were way more varied than they are in modern times. You know, we had little guys like this. This is, we believe, Simosuchus was probably vegetarian. herbivorous, I think is the term we would use there. We believe it's herbivorous based on the teeth and stuff like that. They had their own thing. They were much more varied, and we get these adorable little herbivorous creatures as well. And all the mini-me replacements are adorable. As soon as, like, unique species are doable again in a proper way, because we're kind of waiting for that to happen again. Well, I'm waiting, because some very talented people are working very hard on it. We're going to have so many adorable little mini-me creatures. It's going to be crazy. Anyways, only one more mod to show you. Kind of two. We'll see. Okay, so there's a mod that I showed back in Jurassic World Evolution 1, but haven't showcased in Evolution 2 yet. It came out a long time ago now, back when modding was first being a thing in this game. And it's the first-person mode mod by Kyodenic. So I'm just going to show you that very quickly. If we hit X... Aha! There we go. It took a little bit of time. Not really sure why, but we managed to get there eventually. So this is a proper first-person mode. A mode I'm desperate to have actually integrated into the game, but until then, Kyodenic has gave it to us, so we can do plenty of things. We can sprint, we can jump, we can crouch. There we go. So it's like a proper, you know, first-person little game. We've even got a night vision toggle if you wanted to do that. You can toggle collisions. So by default, I shouldn't be able to walk through the fence, but if I press Z, we can then walk through the fence like so. And there's also a toggle back. I don't know what this means. Oh. Whatever. So, we've got a proper little first-person mod. That's really cool. You've seen that before. But I do recommend it. I'm going to stick it in Mods of the Week this week anyway, because I haven't highlighted it in Evolution 2, and I think it's an awesome mod. So that's already a fantastic mod, but why am I showcasing it this week when it's been out for ages? Well, thanks to a new mod by ILO Dev. If we hop into our settings and into our mouse and keyboard, and scroll down a little bit, we should see something. Yes, so basically camera torchlight here. It even adds, you know, a new UI menu and stuff like that. This adds a torchlight to the game. So what we're going to do, we're going to make it nighttime. And I think you see where I'm going with this. Let's just try this out first of all. So it should be L to turn it on. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so like basically directly under my character we have a bit of a torchlight. And if you wanted to build, like let's say you're building, you know, in this area here at nighttime, you can't really see what you're doing. Now you just toggle on your camera torchlight just like you would in Planet Zoo. They've got the same utility in there, and then you can, you know, put your stuff in. So that's pretty helpful of its own regard. It may be, I mean, super helpful and really well made and awesome, and I can't believe people can do this kind of thing, sure. But maybe not too exciting in and of itself. It's when it gets combined with the first person mod, which, there we go. Oh, is it Control X? Right, okay. And then we hit L. And then suddenly, what we have is a first-person Jurassic Park horror game sort of thing. Because I'm a first-person wandering around with a torchlight. And I think you could do some really, really cool stuff with this combination. Oh no! It's going to be really good for screenshots. The light is going to be fantastic for nighttime screenshots. I really wish I had this during the campaign. And yeah, I mean, is that not a really cool idea? You could build like a really small... Ah! I think that's really good. I'm so excited about the possibilities. I want to create like a horror level that you have to play through or something like that. You'd have loads of close-in buildings, you'd have raptors breaking out, all that kind of jazz, and I think you could do something really, really cool. Not to mention, like I say, very useful for screenshots. It gives it more of this, like, man, this mod is awesome. Well done, ILO. Man, it's so good. It gives it this kind of, you know when they do nature shows, it's like Night Watch or whatever, and they go to the country and they film the badgers and stuff like that. It's got that kind of feel to it, this kind of, you know, hidden camera, sneaking around kind of feel. I really, really like this, actually. I'm super impressed. Super impressed. Okay, so that is the camera torchlight mod by ILODev and the first-person mode mod by Kyodenic, working fantastically well together. We may do another video later on this week, I think, where maybe we'll try to build something that kind of brings them together. We'll make like a little horror film, something like that. I think the possibilities are endless for this, though, and I'm really excited to see what you folks at home can do as well. So definitely go check out both of these mods. Again, I'll link both of them in the Mods of the Week section down below. One last thing I want to check out, actually, now that I've thought about it. I'm just going to Just going to do that. I think that's going to help make it more dramatic. So let's try that again. Control X to go into first person mode. Run forward. Press Z to go through the fence. Turn it back off again. Let me explore. So it's not directional. It is like a radius underneath my character. But I think if you just kind of pretend you're holding out in front of you, or like you've got a light on your body, it kind of works in a way. If you hold the middle mouse button when you walk, you don't get the flashing mouse. I'm going to keep collision off so we can walk into the forest. This is awesome! Maybe you can like flick it so it's like, you know, your flashlight is dying or something like that. You could even have a battery bar that drains over time. What's going on here? Where's this massive hill come from? Is that always there? What is going on? What is this? Whoa, 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 whoa. Flashlight off. Oh, you can even crouch, you know, maybe to hide. Maybe you're like a nighttime photographer of dinosaurs, or you're trying to break out of a facility or something. It's so good. Oh, it actually makes me so happy. This is exactly my kind of thing. This kind of thematic kind of stuff, you know? You can pretend you're a trap camera. Loads of possibilities. Definitely, you know, if you've got any ideas, any things you'd like to see, feel free to hit me up in the comment section down below. But big shout out to those two devs. And also, of course, the Mayonnaise Eater for the fantastic theropods. And to Jabiro, who has once again made a beautiful little creature. Thank you so much for joining me, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you lovely folks very, very soon. I want to add that I was wrong, and it is actually directional. So if you hop into NVIDIA Ansel, as I've just done here, you'll see this is where my character was. And you can see the flashlight porting out to that side. And it does actually, you know, splay out nicely. It is directional entirely. It'd be nice if it was like a little bit further away from your character, maybe, so it looks more like a flashlight. But really, you know, this is kind of like an edge use case of it. You're meant to use it for building, etc. It's very cool at all that it's directional, so big fan of that. Good stuff. Oh, throw me a like as well if you're a cool cat. Are you a cool cat? Be a cool cat. Thanks for joining me. Cheers much as always. Bye-bye.